Before we move on, a lot of people are going to talk about the foregrip. They're going to say, "Oh, foregrip is not useful." Yes, it is. What is up, jokesters? This is your big homie Jokesta back at it with a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 best loadouts that I currently use. But I'm also going to run down some of the things that people use in the rank matches that I've seen kind of like a trend, and then sooner or later is going to get nerfed or something like that. But I'm going to run down those as well. And of course, everybody's been asking me about the HPR. I'm going to give you guys some of the attachments and a couple of reasons why I don't use it. Before we get started, I just want to say that I did reach the top of the leaderboard. I'm the #1 player in the world. Well, technically, not in some places. I'm #1 in the world, and yeah, I've been grinding like crazy. I'm on top of the world. It's a hell of a grind. Like, I've been grinding like crazy. So yeah, this is the best loadouts that I believe in the ranked matches. I've been playing so much, I kind of know what's good, what's bad, and there's some weapons that I've been getting killed by lately, and I'm gonna explain everything in a bit. But before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. Yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so the first loadout we got here is the Rust 79U. This is one of my favorite weapons in the game. When people ask me all the time, "Yo, Jokesta, what's your favorite weapon?" This is hands down my favorite weapon. I love this. Rust 79U has always been there. Always. Season 1 all the way to season 7. It's always been there. Now for ranking, it's a little season like 5 or whatever. But anyways, you're getting the point. Rust has always been the backup. Like, anytime something goes wrong with the main weapon, Rust 79U has always been the backup. Now, the attachments I'm running on this thing is the quick draw, the foregrip, and the extended mags. Now, usually I used to use long barrel, but the more I got into gunfights, I started to realize that sometimes I get into more fights with people that are in a 2v1 situation, and so long barrel didn't really help out as much. But if you are not getting in a lot of fights, I do recommend you switch out the extended mags for long barrel. A lot of players that are playing competitively, they are using long barrels like all the time. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward. I'm going to go back to my extended mags. Let me show you guys my perks. I got the lightweight, I got the toughness, and I also got the dead silent. So this is just my first loadout. All right, moving on to number 2. The number 2 is the Cordite. A lot of people use this right now. About 70% of ranked players are using Cordite, so this is somewhat I use on a daily basis. I'd be using this maybe 50% of my matches. I like using Cordite, but I really don't enjoy it as much. I enjoy using the Rust more, but overall this is something else that I use. Sometimes you'll be popping off one day with this weapon, and then the next day this weapon doesn't feel right. There's something different. So this is my second one that I have. This is the Cordite. What I use for the Cordite is the long barrel, quick draw, and the foregrip. A lot of people are going to say some other things, but trust me, this is the one that I'd be using. Now, one of the things that I've seen a lot of people kill me with, and it's the people that like to strafe and shoot. And what they do is they replace long barrel with the stock. And so basically when you use that, you got to aim down sight and move your joystick to the left or the right. It's going to help you out a lot. And I do recommend it, but it depends on your play style. If you're very aggressive and you like to, strafe left to right, then use stock, because that stock is going to help you out a lot. All right, let's go ahead and move forward. I'm going to go ahead and put that back in there. I don't want to mess up anything. But I do have lightweight. I also have toughness and dead silent as well. But also just a little disclaimer, I am using trip mines. Trip mines is the wave. Like, I'm sorry, that's toxic, I know, but every game that I go into, trip mines has been giving me kills. It's the way to go. People are gonna be mad in the comments. They're gonna be like, "Yo, this guy's using trip mines." You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, let's go to the next class. Next class, we got the KN-44. I've been using this gun for quite a while, and this gun has helped me get, actually this class has helped me get to the top really quick. So why does this class actually work? The reason why is because it's suppressor, dead silent, and ghost. And there's actually 2 ghosts because the character's name is Ghost. And let's go ahead and move forward. So we got dead silent. Now, when you're using this class, keep it quiet. You want to make sure you're very quiet. You're not making any noise. The second part is the ghost. You are invisible to the UAV. Everybody's getting UAVs. Sometimes your teammates are not getting those UAVs. I'm playing at the top of the level with a bunch of guys that are top ranked players, and they don't really take out the UAVs. But when you take out the UAVs that flying in the air, you get extra 100 points. That's like considered a kill. So that in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna rank up faster, I gotta take out UAVs. They're gonna give me extra points. So yeah, definitely run ghosts, because sometimes you're gonna be behind enemy lines and they're gonna use their UAVs and then look at the mini map, and you're gonna be there in their spawn and they're gonna be like, yo, there's guys right there, let's kill them. So yeah, make sure you use ghosts. Anyways, this class, I'm also running lightweight, and this is the attachment that I'm using for the KN44. Now, a lot of people are going to say, yo, why are you using this KN? There's other KNs 44 and you're using this one. The reason why I'm using this is because of that speed boost. Respawning briefly increases movement speed. Now, when you use the legendary KN44, it just has extra bullets for close-up range kills. That's basically it. So I actually rather use the KN44 with the speed boost. A lot of players are gonna disagree with me. They're gonna be like, yo, this guy. Now there's 4 KNs out there, KN44s, maybe even 5, I'm not sure. But anyways, the point is, all 4 of them have different color themes. Like the default one doesn't have any perks whatsoever. This purple one has longer range, and a lot of people are going to be like, yo, I'd rather have the longer range and stuff. Yeah, that could work out. I mean, it is a really good perk, and I do recommend it as well, but I'd rather go with the speed. Right off the bat, I want to get there as fast as possible. Even though the range is going to help me in the long run, I'd rather get there faster in gunfights. I need those kills as quickly as possible. I need to get the team to win the game. So that's basically the reason why I'm using only the blue tier weapons, is because of the speed boost. I definitely recommend it if you're out there just thinking, yo, which can is better. So let's go into the attachments for the KN44. I got the quick draw foregrip and the suppressor. A lot of people are going to be like, yo, why are you using the suppressor? There's other, choices. You can use the stock or the extended mags or anything like that. And I do agree. You can do that. You can use that. But for this class purpose, you need to be silent. You cannot be alerting anybody. People can't not know your location. Most of these players that play rank don't even use voice communication. So you're good if you're using the suppressor. There is probably other classes that I'm going to recommend is not using the suppressor and using other stuff. But for this class purpose is to be silent. You're a ghost. Nobody knows where you're at. I definitely recommend it. Try it out. Just try this class in general. I got everything basically silent. The suppressor on the KN44. I got the ghost on my perks. I mean, you could use a pistol with suppressors as well if you're thinking about it, but I kind of need the SMRS to take out the UAVs. Before we move on, a lot of people are going to talk about the foregrip. They're going to say, oh, foregrip is not useful. Yes, it is. I play rank all the time. I know what I'm talking about. There's people talk about, hey, you don't need foregrip. You don't need. Yeah, of course. Maybe for the first 5 shots, you're going to shoot. You're probably gonna miss, and maybe you'll hit them. Maybe you'll get lucky. But after 5 shots, you're gonna have to stop shooting because the recoil is gonna be so bad. You're gonna have to readjust, and it's going to be bad. Like, you're gonna readjust. You're gonna stop shooting. He's gonna be shooting at you while you're trying to get some cover, and then you're gonna re-peek, and he's gonna still be shooting at you, and you're gonna die. So my point is, I rather have a grip, because after the 5 shots, I still can control my recoil to 10 shots, to 20 shots, so how long the mag is, I still can control my recoil no matter what. So my point is, I'd rather have accuracy and control over time than have accuracy just for a few shots and then it's gonna get crazy. I rather control my recoil. So that's my opinion on that. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, this is not useful, blah blah blah. Let's move on to the next class. Next class we got here is the Rust 79U. This is a S&D class. If I'm playing a search and destroy game, this is what I'll be using. So I got the Dead Silent. I also got the Hardwired class. Put on Hardwired because everybody uses trip mines in legendary, up on the legendary status right now. Everybody's using it. It's really annoying, so definitely recommend it. All right, and this is the loadouts. This is my attachments. I'm running the quick draw, foregrip, and the extended mags. Yeah, that's basically it for this class. Kind of the similar stuff that I've been showing you guys in my first loadout. It's just the same perks except for the hardwired. I'm using hardwired on this Rust 79U. Now, for the tiers, you don't really need, like, the submachine guns tiers are okay. Like, they're not that bad. You can use whatever tier. Like, you could use the blue one if you wanted to. Alright, moving on to the next one. Now, the last one we got here is Crossfire. I absolutely hate that map, but whenever I do play it, like for TDM Crossfire, this is the guy. This is what you want on Search and Destroy Crossfire. I absolutely hate Crossfire as much as everybody in the chat hates it, but there's some people that like Crossfire and they're just campers because they literally sit there and they camp. I'm not gonna rant, but my point is people actually like camping in Crossfire. So you're gonna need a sniper, and this is your class. This is your to go to. Right now I got the dead silent. I also got the toughness. I also got the agile. Now you can actually replace toughness with ghost. From my experience, toughness has helped me out a lot. Moving on to the next part is the agile. I know agile got nerfed, but it's a sniper rifle with scopes in pretty slow. I definitely recommend it. And what I got here is FMJ suppressor and extended mags. I'm not using stock. Stock is kind of like meh, you know, it's not really, for me personally, it's not useful. I've tried so many times, I don't really enjoy it. It basically increases your movement speed while aiming, and I don't really move around when I'm aiming, you know. It's just, I scope in, boom, kill that guy, move on forward. That's all that I do. All right, and yeah, that is the 5 classes that I use in rank matches. Now I'm gonna go and do some honorable mentions. A lot of people that use other weapons that I've seen that's been on the trend, and yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so this is one of those trending things that I've seen in rank matches in the past couple, like 4 days now. People have been trying out the PDW, and apparently it's kind of good. People are actually using it more often in Search and Destroy, Hardpoint. I haven't seen much of the players in Domination though, because I don't know why people rather use assault rifles or like something else, like a submachine gun, rather than a PDW. But I've seen people use it in TDM matches, Search and Destroy, and Hardpoint a lot. So this is an honorable mention. You know, people have been using the PDW. This is the attachment stocks, quick draw, and foregrip. Now the stock thing right here, I've seen people scope, like aim down sight and then move to the left and right a lot. So make sure you do that. Okay, so when you're aiming, move to the left and right while shooting. Before we go into any further, I'm using lightweight and I'm using toughness. Also, I'm using dead silent. So that is the attachments and perks that I'm using for this class. All right, and the next class is the HBR. A lot of people are using the HBR. So it was a trend for a while because the HBR came out and everybody was just using it. Everyone was just so happy, they were excited, and yeah, so the HBR just came out. When it came out, everyone was using it, and then it slowly started to die out, and the Rust came up, and then Cordite came out, and people were just using it as much as possible. It was a wave for a couple days, and then they nerfed it. They did a silent nerf on the Cordite, and it's still pretty good. People are still using the Cordite, but anyways, the HBR kind of went downhill. The trend was like crazy. It was overhyped a lot, and then people stopped using it. But I know that some comments are gonna be like, yo, where's your HBR class? So this is what I've been using. I've been using the stock, quick draw, and suppressor on this thing, and the red dot. Do not forget the red dot, because I hate the iron sight on that thing. It's just too bunky and it looks ugly. As much as I like iron sights, I didn't like this HBR iron sight. It wasn't that good. I did not like it. It made me feel uncomfortable. So red dot is a must. So the suppressor thing, people actually don't, some people don't like suppressors, but I do. So if you don't want to use suppressors, use a foregrip. I know a lot of people are going to be like, yo, Jokesta, why are you using foregrip? First of all, when you're using foregrip, it helps you in the long run. You first 5 shots, they're accurate. And then after 5 shots, your aim goes wild. It just, you have to stop shooting, readjust, and keep on shooting. That's without a grip. Now, whenever I had a grip on any of my weapons, the HBR, the KN44, I did so much better. Like with the grip, after 5 shots, I keep on spraying down, maybe up to 10 shots, and I was able to control my recoil. I was able to control my shots way better than without the grip. And so I rather do that than readjust my shots. And people always say, well, you don't know this. Guys, I'm on top of the leaderboard. I know what works and what doesn't work. Who are you gonna believe? A guy that doesn't play rank at all, or a guy that plays rank and knows what everybody else is using? So I've been playing a lot. I know exactly what's best and what's not best. So this is one of the things that I've learned, is the grip is really useful in the long run. When you're aiming down sight, people get in front of you, you're gonna need to keep shooting. You can't not always readjust. You have to like keep on shooting no matter what. So that's my opinion on that. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.